When you think of grocery shopping in America, chances are one name comes to mind: Kroger. Today, Kroger is one of the largest and most successful supermarket chains in the world, but its journey to the top has been anything but simple. It's a story of perseverance, innovation, and adapting to the ever-changing needs of the consumer. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history of Kroger, from its humble beginnings to its rise as a retail powerhouse. It all started in 1883 in Cincinnati, Ohio. A man named Bernard Kroger, a 25-year-old entrepreneur, set out to change the way people shopped for groceries. With only $372 in savings, he opened his first store, Kroger's. The small shop was simple, but Bernard had big ideas. At a time when most grocery stores were mom-and-pop shops that sold a narrow range of products, Bernard envisioned a store that could offer more variety, better prices, and a focus on customer service. The early 1900s were a time of significant growth for Kroger. Under Bernard's leadership, the company rapidly expanded across the Midwest. By 1901, Kroger had grown to 40 stores, and the company incorporated as the Kroger Grocery and Baking Company. Bernard's big break came when he decided to eliminate the middleman. Most grocers relied on wholesalers to stock their shelves, but Kroger went directly to manufacturers. By cutting out the middleman, he could offer lower prices and pass those savings on to his customers. This was a radical move, but it paid off, as more people flocked to Kroger for better deals. But it wasn't just expansion that set Kroger apart, it was innovation. The company introduced the first in-store bakery, providing fresh bread and baked goods for customers, making their shopping experience even more convenient. By focusing on fresh, quality items, Kroger was carving out its reputation as a go-to grocery store for more than just canned goods. During this period, the company also introduced self-service stores, a novel concept at the time. Before self-service, customers would have to ask the store clerk for each item they needed. Kroger's innovation allowed shoppers to browse shelves and select their own items, an idea that would revolutionize the entire grocery industry. By the 1920s, Kroger was operating more than 200 stores and had expanded into other states. But the company wasn't just growing in numbers. It was evolving into a retail leader with a reputation for forward thinking. In 1928, Kroger introduced its first ever private label product, a move that would set the stage for the company's dominance in the grocery industry for decades to come. Kroger's private label products offered customers high-quality items at lower prices, further cementing the company's reputation for affordability. By the end of the 1920s, Bernard Kroger decided to sell the grocery store chain for $28 million, equivalent to $490 million today. The Lehman Brothers Bank purchased a majority share in the newly acquired firm. While Bernard would remain with the company until 1931, it grew into something new entirely. However, the Roaring Twenties was ending, and a new wave of economic depression was upon the United States. The Great Depression of the 1930s brought unprecedented challenges for retailers. But Kroger's focus on low prices and customer loyalty helped it survive the economic downturn. Despite many of its competitors faltering, Kroger continued to expand and thrive, opening new stores across the country. When World War II hit, the entire country experienced shortages and rationing. Kroger, however, continued to operate efficiently and kept its shelves stocked with the essentials. The company's supply chain management proved to be a major asset during the war, allowing Kroger to navigate shortages better than many other stores. During the war years, Kroger even introduced a series of ads supporting the war effort, encouraging customers to buy war bonds and support rationing efforts. The company's ability to adapt to the changing needs of the time strengthened its bond with customers. In the aftermath of World War II, the United States entered a period of economic prosperity, and with that, Kroger began its national expansion. By the late 1940s, the company had expanded far beyond its Midwestern roots and had opened stores in the South and East. In 1955, Kroger reached a significant milestone when it became the first grocery chain in the country to achieve $1 billion in sales. It was a huge testament to the company's ability to scale and meet the needs of an expanding American middle class. During this period, Kroger embraced new technologies and store formats. In the 1960s, the company began experimenting with larger, more modern stores that featured expanded selections of groceries, health and beauty items, and household goods. Kroger's Superstore format, introduced in the early 1960s, would set the stage for the development of the modern hypermarket, a large, one-stop shopping destination for consumers. The company also began experimenting with self-checkout lanes and other innovations that would later become industry standards. By the 1970s, competition in the grocery industry was heating up. The rise of discount stores like Walmart, along with new supermarket chains like Safeway and A&P, forced Kroger to adapt quickly. Despite the growing competition, Kroger remained a strong player in the grocery industry by focusing on its brand and customer service. In 1972, Kroger introduced the Kroger Plus Card, an early form of customer loyalty programs, which gave shoppers discounts and rewards for their purchases. It was one of the first grocery chains to implement such a program. Throughout the 1980s, Kroger began to acquire smaller regional grocery chains and expanded its footprint in both urban and rural areas. In 1983, Kroger merged with the Dillon Companies, a major player in the Western U.S. grocery industry, significantly increasing its market share. Kroger also began to expand its private label offerings, introducing its Kroger brand products that offered even more affordable choices for customers. As the new millennium dawned, Kroger was already a well-established player in the grocery sector. But to stay competitive in the evolving landscape, the company needed to evolve quickly. In 2000, Kroger took its first major step toward expansion with the acquisition of the Fred Meyer Company, a chain of supermarkets, hypermarkets, and department stores based in the Pacific Northwest. The merger, valued at $13 billion, significantly increased Kroger's footprint, giving the company a solid presence on the West Coast, complementing its already established strength in the Midwest and South. This acquisition not only broadened Kroger's geographical reach, but it also allowed the company to experiment with new store formats and concepts. Fred Meyer's stores offered everything from groceries to electronics to apparel, setting the stage for Kroger's broader strategy of becoming a one-stop shopping destination. Kroger was no longer just a grocery store, it was evolving into a hypermarket. Meanwhile, Kroger's ongoing strategy of acquiring smaller, regional grocery chains continued, with notable acquisitions like Ralphs and Smith's Food and Drug in the early 2000s. Each acquisition helped Kroger solidify its presence in the Western U.S. and expand its market share. By the end of the decade, Kroger had become the largest grocery chain in the U.S. by revenue, surpassing its competitors like Safeway and A&P. With more than 2,400 stores and a workforce of over 300,000 employees, Kroger's reach had expanded beyond the Midwest and southern regions to the West Coast and beyond. The 2010s ushered in a new era of disruption in the retail industry, and Kroger was quick to adapt. As Amazon and other e-commerce giants started to change the way consumers shopped for groceries, Kroger responded with a series of bold moves aimed at integrating technology into the shopping experience. In 2014, Kroger launched its ClickList online ordering and curbside pickup service, allowing customers to shop for their groceries online and pick them up in-store without ever stepping inside. The service was revolutionary, catering to the growing demand for convenience and fueling Kroger's battle against Amazon Fresh and other online competitors. Kroger's ClickList was not just a convenience, it was a signal of Kroger's willingness to innovate. The service allowed Kroger to tap into the $800 billion U.S. e-commerce grocery market and position the company as a leader in the online grocery shopping space. But Kroger didn't stop there. The company invested heavily in technology, launching its own digital apps and loyalty programs to personalize the shopping experience for consumers. The Kroger Plus Card, which had been in existence since the 1990s, was revamped to offer even greater value, allowing customers to receive personalized discounts based on their shopping history. Kroger's expansion into e-commerce didn't stop at curbside pickup. In 2018, the company entered the home delivery market in partnership with Instacart, a leader in grocery delivery. By expanding these services, Kroger tapped into an increasing demand for home delivery, which was becoming an integral part of consumers' shopping habits. As Kroger entered the 2020s, the company faced a rapidly changing retail environment. With the COVID-19 pandemic shaking up the world, grocery chains had to adapt quickly to new consumer behaviors. Kroger responded with expanded delivery options, and within a matter of months, the company's delivery sales surged by over 100%. But health, wellness, and sustainability were also becoming focal points for Kroger's strategy. The company doubled down on its commitment to sustainable sourcing, introducing more organic, locally sourced, and plant-based products. This move reflected the changing tastes of younger, more eco-conscious consumers who wanted to align their grocery shopping with their values. Innovation was also key to Kroger's strategy moving forward. The company began exploring the use of artificial intelligence, AI, to optimize everything from inventory management to personalized shopping experiences. Kroger partnered with tech giants like Microsoft to develop AI-powered tools that could predict customer needs and streamline the supply chain, ensuring products were always in stock and delivered efficiently. In 2021, Kroger also unveiled a new concept store in Cincinnati, a smart store that used cutting-edge technology, including robotic shelf scanners, to help employees quickly identify stock levels and improve inventory accuracy. With a more robust digital infrastructure, A growing focus on sustainability and a strong commitment to customer service, Kroger is now poised for continued growth in the 2020s. While its primary operations are still within the U.S., the company has set its sights on international expansion in the coming years, exploring opportunities in countries where its innovative model could be replicated. From its humble beginnings in 1883 to its rise as the largest grocery chain in the United States, Kroger's growth over the past 2 decades has been nothing short of remarkable. Through innovation, strategic acquisitions, and a commitment to its customers, the company has not only adapted to the changing landscape but has often set the pace for the entire industry. As we look toward the future, one thing is certain: Kroger will continue to evolve, innovate, and lead the way in shaping the future of grocery retail. The grocery industry is changing, and Kroger is at the forefront of that transformation, making history, one shopping cart at a time.